Morning. Good morning to all of you. Uh, Although it's not much of a good of late in my life, I have lost my father last week. So it has been tough, and the life continues to get tougher and tougher. But then everyone has to go through with this kind of period where they lose their relatives, they lose their parents, they lose their dear ones, they lose their loved ones. So therefore, I really solicit all your blessings. I really solicit all your love and everything to pull me through this probably the toughest period of my life. And I convey my thankfulness to all my professors, to all my students, to all my relatives, to my wife, to my friends who have stood by me, who continue to stand next to me in this very tough period of my life in which I have lost my father. So thank you so much. And what makes my life presently even more difficult is a certain thing that has happened in my hometown, and there is a terrible occurrence that has happened in my hometown. I don't want to mention this; everybody knows what has happened. But if I want to, or if we as a society, if we wish to talk about that, uh, we would have to go back to two things: one, popular culture, and another, the construction of masculinity through popular culture. So first thing, I would give you a statistics of a series of movies that are doing rounds these days, that are earning plenty of money, and that are becoming extraordinarily popular in box office, that are breaking all the box office records. They're the blockbusters. Uh, Pushpa, number one. RRR, number two. And the third one in this list is K.G.F. 2, K.G.F. chapter 2. And if you see these movies, and also some of the Bollywood blockbusters like Tarab, like Tere Naam in the yesteryears, or many other movies, what do they show? They show three very simple things. They show how men suffer from angromance. What is angromance? Angromance is a mixture of anger and romance. Men have only two emotions: either they are angry or they are horny, right? So when they want something, they will get it. This is how we sort of groom men and masculinity. আপনার বাড়িতে যদি কোনো পুত্র সন্তানের জন্ম হয়, আর আপনার বাড়িতে যদি কোনো কন্যা সন্তানের জন্ম হয়, উই নারিজ দেম ডিফারেন্টলি। কন্যাটিকে শেখানো হয়, মা তুমি ত্যাগ করতে শেখো, অন্যের ঘরে যাবে, শ্বশুর ঘরে যাবে, সেখানে গিয়ে অ্যাডজাস্ট করতে শেখো, and all those things, right? But what do we teach our male children? Okay, you want this, I'll give you this. You want that, I'll give you that. Whatever you seek, whatever you want, I'll give you, right? So thereby, what do? We tell men that they are entitled to everything. We tell men that they will get whatever they wish to get. Men deserve everything that they want to get. And what do? Teach our women. We teach our women that denial is femininity, sacrifice is femininity, ability to adjust is femininity, and তুমি যা চাইবে সব কিছু পাবে না, আর ছেলেরা যেটা চায় সেটা পেয়ে হাসিল করেই দেখা, right? So this is something that is also popularized by popular culture. If you see Pushpa, the raging dialogue is sort of jhukega nahi sala. So why would Pushpa never do bending? Jhukbe na keno? Because he is man, and men don't bend, men don't succumb, men don't back down, men don't get defeated. পুরুষরা ঝোঁকে না, পুরুষরা পিছিয়ে যায় না, পুরুষরা পেছপা হয় না। মেন ফাইট অ্যান্ড মেন ফাইট অ্যান্ড মেন ফাইট অ্যান্ড মেন মেক শিওর দ্যাট দে এন্ড আপ উইনিং হোয়াট এভার দে উইশ টু ফাইট, অ্যান্ড মেন এন্ড আপ অ্যাচিভিং হোয়াট এভার দে সিক টু অ্যাচিভ। And sometimes men achieve materials, other times men achieve lands, and oftentimes men achieve and win women. But women, what if? And why do men have to win women? Because of two reasons. Because men have to win women because the identity of men and masculinity is predicated on how well men are winning women. And why do men have to win women? Men have to win women because women are, according to patriarchy, is considered object. Women are considered commodities, and men will buy that commodity. Men will win over that commodity. Now, if that commodity called women fail to be bought, refuse to be bought, then men become either angry, Tara, Pushpa, RRR, K.G.F, or men become romantic. Tere naam. Tere naam. And Salman Khan was sad. Why was he sad? Because Salman Khan was denied the object of his desire, and men with their ego and masculinity cannot handle that denial. আমি পুরুষ, আমি যেটা চাই আমি পাবো না কেন? এবার যখন সেটা সে পায় না, তখন কি করে সে? তখন সে সেটাকে হয় দুঃখী হয়ে যায়, তেরে নাম হয়ে যায়, দেবদাস হয়ে যায়, and that sadness is his way of negotiating with his denial and injured ego. And other men, most men, they hurt that object, that women. And why do they hurt that women, that object? Because that object is something that they could not win over. That object was refusing to be bought, to be owned by. Therefore, that man cannot handle that refusal, that denial. And since that denial, that refusal hurt his ego, so what do that man do? That man hurts, kills, brutalizes, vandalizes, tortures that object called woman. And that brutalization or vandalization of that object called woman is his consolation, is his way of recovering his injured ego. That boosts his ego, that boosts his manhood, that boosts his masculinity. Because, as Andrew Macmillan have already explained, men will take everything that their fingers want to take. Men have long fingers. In a poem called Things Men Take. So therefore, men have long fingers, and men only know two things: to grab everything that they wish to grab, and never bend, jhukega nahi, until and unless man wins that object called woman, until man defeats that denial, that refusal, that women might possess. আমরা পুরুষ, আমরা কোনো মহিলার তরফ থেকে না শুনবো না, কেননা আমরা মনে করি মহিলারা হলো পণ্য, আর একটি দ্রব্য বা পণ্য কী করে না বলতে পারে, একটি দ্রব্য বা পণ্য কী করে এজেন্সি থাকতে পারে. So the crime happens as a result of that masculine ego which patriarchy nourishes, nurtures and consolidates. So if we want to go back to the root of the crime that men are committing these days with their bikes, with their knives, with their manhood, with their penis, with their manhood male ego, with their cigarettes, with their jhukega nahi mentality, everything, then we have to go back to popular culture. How popular culture creates that construction of masculinity, and how that masculinity construction is dependent on the commodification of femininity, and how that commodification of femininity and the construction of masculinity consolidate and reinforce patriarchy and heteropatriarchy through movies like Pushpa, through movies like RRR, through movies like Tere Naam, through movies like Tarab, through movies like Satyameva Jayate Part 2, through movies like K.G.F Chapter 1, K.G.F Chapter 2, and many more others, Hirapanti 2, and many other rubbishes that is coming up, both in South industry as well as in garbage called Bollywood. So therefore, unless we become aware of how gender masculinity is constructed through popular culture, we would not be able to understand the magnitude and the source and the origin of the crime that men are committing. And if we don't do that, then men will continue to rape till they win over that girl. Men will continue to beat women. Men will continue to hurt women. Men will continue to stab women. Men will continue to rape women, even inside and outside marriage, because men cannot handle denial from women, because men are taught not to do accept the denial, because men jhukega nahi. So since men jhukega nahi, so what do? Men will hurt any woman who says no to him, because men simply do not know how to handle that no from women. How can women say no to men? Because violence. Men don't like violence. Violence likes men. If this is how men continue to behave, if this is how K.G.F 2 continue to become popular, then men will rape, men will murder, men will crash their bikes, men will beat women and say, "Jhukega nahi." Thank you so much, and thank you so much again for standing by me in the toughest period of my life, in which I have lost my father last week.